Yo guys, welcome back to Cryptoria. So I'm going to be covering THORChain, but before I do, I would appreciate if you like, subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you know when I upload. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. So guys, I've just jumped onto some documentation section on the THORChain website just to give you an insight of what it is. So as you guys can see, THORChain is a decentralized cross-chain liquidity protocol based on Tendermint and Cosmos SDK and utilizing threshold signature schemes, TSS. It does not peg or wrap assets, it simply determines how to move them in response to user actions. THORChain observes incoming user deposits to vaults, executes business logic, swap, remove liquidity, and processes outbound transactions. THORChain is primarily a leaderless vault manager, ensuring that every stage of the process is Byzantine fault tolerant. THORChain's key objective is to be resistant to centralization and capture whilst facilitating cross-chain liquidity. THORChain's only secure and assets in its vaults and has economic guarantee and that those assets are safe. Go ahead and check that out as well. You go ahead and check out more about what it is. Hopefully that gives you more insight what it is. Rune is the asset which powers the THORChain ecosystem and provides the economic incentives required to secure the network. Rune has 4 key roles which are described below. So liquidity, security, governance and incentives. Again, you go ahead and check out more of what it is. In terms of the key roles in the system, there's liquidity providers, swappers, traders and node operators. So guys, hopefully that gives you more of a gist of what it is. Essentially what it is a decentralized liquidity network where asset swaps are enabled by liquidity pools. These are secured by a network of nodes where users are paid to provide the liquidity. Instead of depositing on exchange, traders make transactions into the pools and the request is fulfilled immediately. And they never need to trust the system and their assets is always secure. The network can receive an asset on one chain like Bitcoin and send out on another chain like Ethereum. Users are paid to stake their unproductive assets in pools together, earning fees for every swap such as staking Bitcoin to earn more Bitcoin, all while retaining full custody of their assets. So hopefully that gives you more of a rough breakdown of what it is. Jumping straight onto CoinMarketCap, guys, as you guys can see, they're doing pretty well in the top 100, currently 65. They are on the Binance contract at the moment. They are already verified by Certic as well. As you guys can see, they are currently down 12% over the last 24 hours, just circulating underneath that $5 mark. In terms of market, they're doing pretty well, over that 1.1 billion. Circulating volume, as you guys can see, is just underneath the 150 million. Going over the chart very briefly, as you guys can see, it was circulating the $5 mark for quite some time, and it did surge all the way up past that $20 mark, so it did do pretty well, pretty much a 20x since the start over here. So it did do really well. Unfortunately, it has actually dipped, but guys, now you've got things to see on the left in order if you want to do buy accordingly. In terms of where you guys can buy it, they are on Binance now as well. They have been on Binance for quite some time. So guys, this is the best place being on to buy it, but there is other exchanges such as FTX and furthermore. So guys, I will be jumping onto the website now. So guys, I have just jumped onto the website. There isn't much that's actually going on the website that I want to cover, but as you guys can see, decentralized liquidity protocol, deposit native assets into liquidity pools and earn yield. The network is 100% autonomous and decentralized, so go ahead and check that out as well. It does give you more insight on how to buy it, but as you guys can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you could go and dive into in terms of where the exchanges are, in terms of how much percent returns you get, and so on. There is a whole bunch of stuff that is more of a personal thing to look into, as there is actually a lot of things to cover just within the website itself. As you guys can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So guys, I will recommend you guys actually going ahead and checking out the website yourself. In terms of upcoming news, guys, as you guys can see, I am back on my favorite website, CoinMarketCap. Guys, these guys need to promote me or something. I'm keeping promoting these guys, but as you guys can see, they are got actually a couple of news actually happening. So as you guys can see, the big one being the mainnet, so that is huge. So just jumping onto this, as you guys can see, upcoming mainnet, unlimited staking, no caps, Ethereum ERC20 swaps, Q2/Q3 of Q1 of 2021, so it's coming up later on this year. So guys, it is huge. Hopefully what this mainnet does, it does drive the price back up toward its all-time high around that $20 mark. So guys, that is what I'm thinking. In terms of the other one, there is this plans obsolete as well, so you guys can check this out as well. But that is the big news is in terms of what's actually upcoming. So just expect a bit of a price rush as well when the mainnet update happens as well. In terms of some negative news that actually happened, as you guys can see, THORChain loses up to $7.6 million in Chaos Net exploit, offers hacker a bounty to return funds. So unfortunately it has been hacked recently, but don't worry guys, I will show you a tweet later on that it has been resolved now. So as you guys can see, it's, an estimate of the scales damage vary with THORChain revising the initial estimates that 13,000 Ethereum worth 25.1 million had been stolen, bringing the total down to around 4,000 Ethereum, roughly around 7.6 million as a ballpark for damages. A subsequent community provided rundown of stolen assets suggests the figure is closer to 6 million. So as you guys can see, they are very open guys, they did admit it and all that sort of stuff in terms of what happened. They keep in the community update. You go ahead and check out the Twitter as well. As you guys can see, if you're waking up, ETH LP suffered as a 5 million exploit on THORChain, but is now fixed. While 5 million is a lot of money, it's dropped in the bucket to what THORChain treasury can comp to liquidity pools. So as you guys can see, they have recovered it, and you know, these guys have been updating people regularly. They have been updating the community. They haven't been ghosting anyone and something like that. You can go ahead and check out the Twitter as well. They have been up with the community and keeping up to date with their promises and stuff. So guys, I will be jumping onto the price analysis now. So guys, whatever's been waiting for, the price analysis. As you guys can see, I have jumped onto the monthly time frame. I will be giving you a long-term and a short-term projection. So I have already doodled out a little bit of a sketch here of a projection that I hope will play out, especially in the long term. So as you guys can see, I've drawn out this fib from that low to the high, has retraced down towards that 78.6 level, where it is at the moment around that $5 mark. So hopefully what it does now, it creates that level of support next month, and then what it does then, it just goes completely bullish towards that all-time high around that $21 to $22 mark, especially when that maintenance is happening around that September mark. Hopefully what it does then, it does actually continue keeping that bullish momentum. So that is my vision for number one scenario. As you guys can see, is keep on having that bullish momentum all the way. In terms of scenario two, what I do expect another case to be level again, create that level of support, and then going towards these level of resistances here around that $15 mark. As you guys can see, around that $15 to $16 mark, it has been rejecting hard, and it has rejected hard and dropped all the way down. So what I might do then is reject that level again, possibly range it for a couple of months, and then going down, create that level of support again, and then going back up towards another new all-time high. But I don't ever see this happening. As you guys can see, he's going towards 2023, but you never know guys, especially with cryptocurrencies. Don't expect something to do 100x in a couple of days or a couple of months, or you know, literally a couple of seconds. So that is what I think for long term. In terms of short term, as you guys can see, I have jumped onto a 4-hour time frame for this one, and I do see this downward channel that was happening. I did already mention what downward channels are in a couple of videos. If you have missed it, go ahead and check out as well. But essentially, if I do see a downward channel, I do expect a big burst towards the upside. So as you guys can see, it has tapped into the level of support around that $4.50ish. It has tapped into that $4 support previously as well towards that left. Hopefully what it does now is break these minor level of resistances and keeps on ranging up towards a new high around that $5.70ish, $7.50, sorry, and then continue going upward. So guys, that is what I think in terms of this short-term projection. It might play out, it might not play out guys, but this is just a vision of what I think. It's just some analysis. Hopefully it does play out. If it does play out, it's all good. So guys, that is what I think in terms of the short term and the long term. Hopefully guys, you love this video. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on bell notification for all future videos. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.